Woo-wee, it's a beautiful day in Indy. I got my guy, Natekahl, in the house, our newest player for Pacers Gaming.
Finally.
How's it going, Nate?
It is going good, Cody. It's going very good.
Why do you say finally? You act like it's been a long time coming?
It's been a long time coming. I'm excited to be here, man.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, Nate and I have been pretty close since I got hired here at Pacers Gaming. He's been a top player in the Pro-Am community for years now, and we finally gotten our hands on him, brought him here to Indianapolis.
I'm here.
So we're excited. Today, we wanted to come in with a little Q&A video. I think Spencer reached out on YouTube, on Twitter, and Instagram and said, what questions do you have for Nate? So we have quite a few. Thank you for submitting those.
I'm ready to answer your questions.
Let's do it. You want to get right into it?
Let's get right into it.
Perfect. So first one here from Ryan P. on YouTube. He says, Nate, what's the difference playing for Island Gang and then playing in the 2K League?
It's a good question. I think there's a lot of differences, right? I think the biggest difference, though, is that Island Gang, I've known them for years, right? So it's really comfortable. We play for 8, 9, 10 hours a day in the party. And in the 2K League, you're with different guys, right? So you have to learn those guys on and off the court. So I think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, meshing those personalities and hopefully, you've known Wolf for a while.
I've known Wolf for a while, yeah.
And Swizz, pretty easy to get along with. So hopefully that happens quickly.
I know,
and get that chemistry going.
Get it rolling. Let's do it.
All right, number 2 from Angelo on YouTube. He said, oh, this is a great question. I like this.
This is a good one, too.
What do his eyes, meaning Nate, look at when he's on the court? And what are your thoughts as you're going through a game? Like, what's your focus on generally as the game is going on?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of things going, kind of where my eyes are at. But I would say that trying to understand what the other players on the court are trying to do. And in my case, the point guard. So, as a lock, you're trying to understand, okay, this is what the point guard wants to do. These are the spots on the court that he's trying to get, whether it's left, right. Does he do it behind the back? So my eyes are focused on him. And then when I'm off ball, so when I'm not guarding the ball on defense, I'm looking at my matchup, whether I'm in the corner, on the wing. You don't want to get caught, as we call ball watching, right? Because then usually something bad can happen. So eyes are all over the place, and hopefully it's productive.
And so we've talked about on our way back from lunch, one thing you talk about is when you are a lock, you are locked in on that point guard watching
that's
him.
it. Yep.
And you talked about sort of, when we game plan, we watch film the week before, you got a lot you want to think about because you've studied that guy.
Tons.
But you kind of go into what we call autopilot, where you're so focused.
Yep.
So hopefully I can help.
Yeah.
In parts of that and be like, Nate, remember we talked about he might go left next time or whatever. So
because when you get caught on that autopilot, it can be you got to make sure you're locked in. You got to make sure you're focused because bad things will happen if you're not locked in. So
definitely
stay locked in.
24 minutes, right, to win a game in the 2K League.
That's it.
Someone asked, who is he?
Who am I?
Who are you?
I'm Natekahl. I've been in the 2K League for 3 years. I'm not going to bore you guys with my whole life story. But won the championship year 1 and finals MVP with the Knicks year 2. Up and down season with the Nets, and now I'm in Indy. So I'm a gamer. Love family, love playing the game, love basketball. So that's
where are you from, too?
I'm from the Midwest, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, born and raised.
Midwest guy, so perfect.
Yes.
Is this the same Nate that's running with Bear to Beast and Island Gang and Pro-Am? If so, that boy Locke is on fire.
God handles, yes. First of all, yes, this is the same Nate that runs with Bear to Beast. That's my guy. Awesome. And yes, I appreciate it. My Locke, I spent a lot of time. I put a lot of time, Cody, into making my Locke good. So I appreciate that.
And can we tease them and say that build video is probably coming soon?
The build video is coming very soon, sooner than later. So get ready for that.
Awesome. So God Handles went on to say, if that's him, which it is now, we know, what's the secret to grinding a lock, and do you feel limited on offense?
Ooh, okay. So I think the secret to grinding a lock is you have to understand what your weaknesses are and be real with yourself as a player. Understand, okay, am I a poor shooter? And if you are, you probably want to put shooting in your build. Am I a good playmaker? If you're a good playmaker, you might want to have playmaking in your build. Some people make play locks, sharp locks, pure locks. So understand what you're good at and what you're not so good at, and tailor your lock towards that. And just grind and see where it gets you.
What jumper do you use? Do you have a favorite or a custom?
Yeah, so I use just 38. I've never liked customs. I just never use them. So I use 38 and then silver quick draw.
Nice.
And it works for me.
Awesome. And mostly shooting out of the corner.
Yeah,
Pro-Am, right?
Yeah, that's shooting out of the corner. So if you're going to shoot on the hash or top of the key, you're probably going to want, maybe a different shot, 98. There's a couple different ones. So
Perfect. All right, our guy Stayfly JW, how's it going, Stayfly? Good to see you down there. He asked, where did you start when you got into Comp 2K? Were you just playing with friends?
Yeah, so I was playing with friends. My guy Slay Island, he's on Bucks GG. We started a team together. I got into Comp 2K, I would say late 2K15, early 2K16 when Pro-Am got announced. And then I just have never looked back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love doing these with you.
Yeah.
I know all the answers already.
I know. It's all predetermined. So yeah.
I'm enjoying it.
Yep.
All right. So Alan, I'm not going to try to pronounce that last name, Alan. I apologize. That's a mouthful.
That is a mouthful. Alan is Guardio.
That's pretty good.
I think not bad.
That's
not bad.
pretty good. Right. He asked, Nate, how do you effectively pass and hit the open man? What are the best badges to pass? How do you avoid making bad passes?
Sure. So that's one thing. I'm not the greatest passer in the world, so it's something that I struggle with and I try to get good at. I think, effectively passing, though, I play with Bear, and he's really smart at this, trying to get into that mini game with the defense, understanding what reads they're looking for you to make, and sometimes you try to outthink them and make that extra read that they might not be thinking. So, for example, if you're in the corner and you get the ball passed to you and you think you have a shot but you don't, instead of just going right back to the wing, make a different pass, because you know that that's an easy angle for that guy to intercept the ball. So I think just understanding and having IQ on where you want to go with the ball is important.
And that's a lot of it's from playing the game, right? And being put in those situations over and over.
Exactly, and you just get used to it. So, and the best badges to pass, I don't know all of the exact best ones, but I'll tell you one that I have on is bailout. So that's one that I use often when I'm jump passing. So that's an effective one to have.
From Jermaine Sykes, he asked, Nate, what's your favorite build so far this year?
Easy. Perimeter lockdown at the 2 guard. It can play defense really well, and it can shoot really well, and that's what my team needs me to do. So try to do it at a high level, and I love that build.
Perfect.
Yep.
Okay, from Detroit's Reaper, there's another good question. What do you think is the most underrated part of being a pro?
Ooh. The most underrated part of being a pro, that's a really good question. I think is probably how much we think, actually exert energy thinking about the game. I think a lot of people, it's just stick, how good are you? And it is a lot of that, but we spend a lot of time outside of the game thinking, preparing, putting game plans together. So I think you put all that together and it's pretty underrated.
Definitely.
So,
Okay, I think we have two more here. One from our guy Signing Off on Instagram. Shout out to Signing Off. He said, Nate, how do you guard elite point guards?
So that is the toughest thing to do. Toughest part of the business is to stop elite point guards, because generally speaking, those are the best players in the game, right?
Definitely.
You have, elite point guards. They know everything that's going on. So how do you stop them? I never like to look at it exactly just, okay, I have to just completely neutralize them. I like to try to take away what they're really good at. And that's different with whatever player. So to answer your question, I would say if you're playing against an elite point guard, spend a little bit of time. Most of them stream, whatever. Find out exactly what makes them comfortable and what they like to do. Try to take that away.
Take away what they're best at and hope you can.
And then you live with the results.
Exactly.
And sometimes it doesn't always work. Like I've had a lot of games where I get absolutely killed and it's terrible. And then you just move on and try to get them the next game.
Bounce back, learn from your mistakes and go forward. Just like real sports, like we always talk about on this channel. If you've played real basketball or football or soccer, it's the same thing. He's got to think just as quickly. He's got to scout. He's got a game plan. And it's how you put all those into practice. practice, do the best you can, live with the results, hopefully a championship, and move on.
Hopefully,
right?
Yes.
Okay, so while Nate was answering that question, Spence snuck in here. You might have seen. We have a question from Dr. JoJo here.
The doctor.
And he didn't want us to see it, so this is the first time we're looking at this question.
Okay.
All right, so what does JoJo have to say? What?
Oh, man, that's... JoJo, that ain't right. That ain't right, man.
So JoJo said, "What's it like?" Is this for me, Spencer, or is this for? This is for Nate. Okay. He said, "Nate, what's it like to be the worst ping pong player on Pacers Gaming?" What do you have to say about that, Nate? What do you have to say? Well, JoJo, he hasn't gotten to play anyone else yet. No, he hasn't played any players yet.
So I haven't got to play anybody. I can tell you this, though. I am not the worst. I hope I'm not the worst. So, and JoJo, I know you're not. I know you live in Indiana, so this is a message to you. Come down to the Pacers gaming facility. I know you know where it's at. Come down. We'll play a friendly game of ping pong, and we'll see what happens.
Friendly, right?
Friendly, yeah. Friendly. So we'll see what happens.
Ooh, I'll look forward to that. Maybe we could put that on YouTube too. You never know.
You never know.
Awesome.
You never know.
Good deal. All right. I think that's all the questions we have today. Thanks so much for coming down and hanging out.
It's great to be here, man.
Good.
It really is.
We're happy to have Nate. You guys will see a lot more from him on this channel, on Twitch. Coming soon. We already teased the build video.
Yep. Which I'm excited about.
Yep.
I'm super excited.
And rate my build.
Yep.
Too.
Both. Yep.
So a lot of fun things in store.
All you guys for asking questions. I really mean that. It means a lot. So,
you're the man. You're the man.
You can follow me at Natekahl on all platforms. Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, at Natekahl.
Perfect. Easy enough. Thanks again for hanging out in this Q&A video, guys. We have a lot more content coming soon. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. From Nate, Cody, Spence is hiding back there as always, and all of Pacers Gaming. We'll see you guys in the next one.
There we go, baby. There we go, baby. Oh.